Hi, welcome to our video tutorial. In this video lesson, we'll see how to implement conditional statements in our C# project, specifically two conditional statement syntax. The first one is if-else statement, and the second one is a switch. So let's start with if-else statement. So what we're going to do is we have a simple calculator developed in the previous lesson. So let's open that project and we can apply if-else condition to that. Click File, Open, and Project Solution. Then we'll tell the Visual Studio where the project is located. But also I can access it from recent projects and solutions. So recently, the last project we have is operators training. So let's open that project. There you go. So right now, what this code does is, after accepting two values, it automatically does all the operations and provide the output. Yes, but what if I want to choose? What if I only want to add those two values or subtract those two values? So, which means we have to provide some mechanism for the user to choose which operation to complete or which operation to use. So for that, we will use if-else statement, where after accepting the two values, I'll provide the user with options. So I'll write something for the user like enter number 1 for addition. So if a user wants to add the two values, it will give me he or she will give me 1, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication. Is the spelling correct? Multiplication, I think so. And the last one is division. Now, when the user sees this opportunity, she will enter a value 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what she wants. So I have to accept that value. So I will declare another variable, call it choice, and I will store the choice the user enters into that variable. Since it's an integer, I have to parse it. Now I have the choice. If the user enters 1, I have to provide the sum. If the user enters 2, I have to show the difference of the given two values collected above. So what I'm going to do is, we have if statement. If choice variable equals 1, I want to notice this. I used double equal sign for comparison. For assigning value from one to another, we will use single equal to sign. But when I want to compare two values, and now I'm comparing the variable, the data in the variable choice with 1. So if the variable in the data in my variable called choice equal to 1, which means the user wants addition, which means I will show the sum of the given two numbers, nothing more, because the user specifically asks for addition. Or what if the user enters 2? So I have to check that too. I will say else if another condition, which will be executed if this one fails. So else if choice equal to 2. Open and close bracket every time you write if-else statements. That way, this if statement starts here and ends here. It will tell the Visual Studio the scope of your code. So if choice is 2, then I want this line to be executed. Another else if choice equal to 3. Let's use this one. Another else if choice equal to 4. We use this one. Now, say, what if the user enters another number other than 1, 2, 3, 4? What am I supposed to do? Right? All my conditions are trying to check if the value is 1, 2, 3, or 4. What if the user enters 5? What if the user enters 0? What if the user enters 100? So, if the value entered by the user when I show her these choices is other than 1, 2, 3, 4, then I have to tell the user that the value you entered is not correct. Yes, so there is another else. No if condition to check, just else, which means if all above conditions are false, then you do this. So here, what I want to do is, I'll give the user a message telling her that the value is not correct. Let's make it choice, because the value seems the first two values. Now let's try it. Let's run our application and see how it works. Please enter first value, okay, 7. Enter second value, 3. Now, there is another step. After accepting two values, the application asks me another choice. What do you want to do? So, I want addition. When I press enter, I will only see the sum, as you can see. Press enter and everything is done. Let's try it again with another option. First value, second value. Let's see. I want multiplication, so I will enter 3. The product is 16. So, this is how we implement conditional statements using if-else statements. It depends on what it does based on the condition. That's why we call it conditional statement. Okay, let's check our error message. Now, instead of giving numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4, I will give it 8. Now it tells me the choice is not correct. The choice you entered is not correct. It has to say that. Otherwise, the user might think that the system is not working. She doesn't know it's her fault. So I have to tell her that. This way, our application will be more interactive with our user. Okay, this is how it works with if-else statements. In the next video, we'll see how to implement exactly this application, but using switch statement. So thank you for watching, and also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube video channel for future videos to get notifications on our video tutorials. Thank you very much.